inside. Well, what's funny is I sent you a message and I was like, "Hey, just like rejoin the link. I'm back in the shop." And then I go back to YouTube and it was gone. Like it just exited me out of into the live. Like people were chatting and everything. I'm so sorry. I
It's
had to use the
okay.
restroom. I had to take chaos out. I needed to give her a treat. I needed to look at my face. I had to do all the things.
I didn't even look at my face, dude. I look horrible, but
You're
whatever.
fine. Did you work a long shift tonight?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I see that. How are you?
I'm great. What did you need to talk to me about? Tell me now.
What did I need? What?
Because you're like, I need to talk to you.
When?
Oh,
When
wait,
did
we're
I say that?
live. Hold on.
I know we're live.
Malcolm.
No, I think it's because I hadn't seen you like in people's lives. Like normally you're like, bouncing around like I would. And I was like, I haven't seen her around because people were asking me, they're like, "Where's Miss Queen? Where is she?" And I'm like, normally she's like in the lives. I don't know where she is. I don't
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't. But it's because I had like a really long weekend and I needed to take some time off, like I told you earlier.
It's okay. I get it. I get it. I was trying to go inside and here we are because you fucking made me.
I know, you're
So
like, "I'm going inside." I'm like, "Hold on."
I'm tired. Girl, I did my crime live for like almost 2 hours and then I was out here with Red and then I was talking. I've been out here for a long time.
Well, I seen your crime live, like, while I was getting ready before I went to work.
Mhm. I know, and that's why I was like, do you just want to do this yourself? That way if I'm like, hey, I'm tapping out because I'm tired and you're like, no, you're gonna stay.
Mhm. Yeah, basically.
Oh gosh. Malcolm, Sanal, how are you both? Yeah.
Hi, gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how was your
So
Christmas with your daughter and your son?
it was good. We didn't do a whole lot because I had to take Fools to the airport Christmas Day. So we we didn't really do a whole lot. Like we hung out Christmas Eve and then I took Fools to the airport Christmas Day. Then my daughter stayed until Thursday, yesterday, and then I took her back into town because she had to work today.
Mhm.
And you know, I gave them their gifts and it is what it is. So it's over. I don't have to think about it anymore. And I'm glad. I hate
Tell me about it.
Christmas.
I
I
still
hate
have a few more gifts that I have to wrap.
Oh,
Yeah, and then go take them.
well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't given my mother and my brother their gifts yet and my nephew, and I still have to
Mhm,
wrap those. And both Fool's parents, his mom and his dad, I need to drop those off too. So I
mhm.
I still need to do that, but I'm like, the weather here has been so shitty. We've had a lot of snow. Like right now, it's kind of trying to, it's like snowing, raining right now.
Is
So,
it?
oh yeah.
Are you gonna
Oh
make a
yeah.
snowman or a snow angel at all, ever?
I thought about it.
Do it! It's so fun.
I've been right here. Look, when Fools leaves, it takes me like a good day or two to get the house back in order, get chaos back in line, and then it's like I have more leeway.
Mhm,
And my main job, uh, typically in the wintertime, well, like right now, we have like 2 to 3 weeks off
mhm.
because the warehouse in Europe is closed. So I kind of follow suit with what they're doing, but I still need to go into town and do my inventory. So
So you haven't done inventory for the end of the year yet?
no. Normally, they
That's
give
good
me
to
until
know.
the end of January to get it done because we're on vacation and Europeans are very, 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 very big on work home balance. Like if you're on vacation, they actually so I work off of a remote server. So I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but what it is like I'll log in and it'll like take me to a whole new desktop. Like I've got all these different apps. Everything is like for the remote side. And the last time I took vacation, they disabled it. Like they made it so I wasn't able to even access the
Log in?
server.
No way.
Yeah, because they know like I'm since I'm the only employee here in the US, I'm pretty much 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. If there's an issue, I have to resolve it. And
Right.
when I was like, I'm going to go on vacation, yeah, they disabled it. So, like, I wasn't even able to
They're
access
like,
like my
"Enjoy your time."
emails. Yeah. Yeah. They're
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
fantastic.
off, I apologize.
Yeah. They're fantastic. I've worked for them since 2017. So, they're they're good. I told you I was tired. They're good people. So, oh my God, I did not know you were doing the live. You're my biggest fan. I don't know who you're talking about, Rebecca.
You just
Rebecca,
have to
is Miss
use a
Queen
little
your biggest
token
fan?
to get online. Do you gotta use a little token to get online? Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry. Rick is timing people out. Rick, what happened?
He's like,
Oh,
"Shh." They were
oh,
spamming.
they were. I see that now.
Yeah. Thanks,
So,
Rick, and
so
hello, Rick. Welcome back. I know you were with your family for a while.
yes. So what happened? Like, did you just need some? What happened? Why are you? I want to know what happened.
I didn't come home for like 3 days.
What? I saw you Christmas Day. What are you talking about? Where
No,
did you go?
I was home for Christmas Day, but I had to take a time out the next day, but right before that too, I was I was just being Bastion, you're gonna get timed out again if you don't start acting right. There it is. Um,
Amu, no, this is a wonderful person I have met on YouTube. She is in California and I'm here in
California.
Idaho.
Yes.
So this is Miss Queen.
Hi,
I don't know
y'all.
where you're at. Which side? I don't know. I don't know
That
which
way.
side.
That
This
way.
way?
Yeah. No, the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's opposite. Okay. I'm still out with family.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, okay,
Queen.
cool.
You should have went live yourself.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
You
Girl, I've been drinking since 4.
okay, you want to see what I have to drink? Oh, I'm not gonna drink it all.
No.
Lord knows. Hi, honey. Hi, Amu.
What is that? Oh my gosh. Is it the biggest buzzball I've ever seen in my
Yes,
life?
look. I know my head's big, but it's like half of my head.
It's like the size of a boob. Where did you get that from?
From the store.
You haven't even started drinking. Girl, I've been drinking since 4.
Who says who?
I'm telling you, that's when I started my crime. I did my little drink in my crime, and then I got so upset because bullshit that was on the internet, and
What happened?
Wyatt. Oh, well, you know how it goes. That fucking other channel was like all kinds of fucking up in arms,
Mhm.
and was like, you fuckers are posting shit about my child and how I did this and how I did that. And I was like, I got so mad because I'm like, dude, those people that were doxing you about a child was before I even knew who you were at all.
100.
Like,
Mhm.
those profiles were there before I even knew you existed. And so Wyatt was getting all up in arms because Kathy was watching their live and fucking Jessica was watching Wyatt's live. So Black Lion, I'm just going to say it because I don't give two fucks at this point, and I've been drinking, so whatever. Black Lion, he's like fucking yelling and saying all this shit. And Jessica's in the background and she's like, fuck you, Kathy. you old whatever, get the fuck off of his fucking live. And I'm like, you're a dumb bitch. You're on his live. You're watching his shit. Right. So Kathy's telling Wyatt, Jessica's telling Leroy what's going on. So it becomes this thing. And so Wyatt shuts off his live and he sends me a link to do a dual live. And I was like, fuck. I was going to go out in the shop and sing because I didn't want to be involved in any of it. And I get on
Yeah,
the
exactly,
live.
Bill.
I get on the live and I'm just sitting there. And he's like, are you going to say anything? And I was like, why? I don't move like that. Like, I do all my shit. Anything that I have to say about that channel, like I do it, I move in a different way. I don't, I don't have fake profiles. I don't put them on blast like that. That's not what I do as a person. And so
Mhm.
Wyatt's watching me, and then I got so frustrated. So I put the iPad on and I put my earpiece in, my AirPod, and so I'm listening to Leroy on his fucking chat while I'm trying to talk to Wyatt on the Dual Live. And Leroy is saying all this shit, and I'm like answering the fucking questions like this in the Dual Live. And I was so mad because I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell your issue is. I don't have anything to do with the crap that you've dealt with. I don't have anything to do with the real Black Lion. I don't have anything to do with fake profiles. I have two profiles. They are listed in my channel, Chaos and Criminals, and this one. I have
Right.
not made anything fake. I do not have time for that. Um, that's too much. If I want to post something about you, I'm going to do it on my main channel. I'm just going to do it myself. I don't need to hide behind a fake channel.
Mhm.
So he's like yapping, and Wyatt's just watching me, and I'm mad. I was so fucking mad. And Wyatt's like, okay, uh, this is not gonna work pretty much because you're not saying anything. And I was like, Wyatt, I don't, this is not, I'm not you, like
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
feed
go
into it.
off, like I'm gonna be very mindful of how I go about this, but I'm just not, I'm not gonna put myself on blast for someone else who wants to talk crap about me.
Mhm.
Tino, hello. So then I came out here in the shop and I just started blasting like all kinds of like heavy metal and like some gangster rap because I was just so upset. And then Red came out and started singing songs. And um,
It's the lighting.
what's wrong? What happened?
Tino Tino doesn't like me. It's okay.
What happened?
Tino's mean to me all the time, but don't block him or anything. Just let him be.
Tino's mean to me too. It's fine.
Yeah. Happy
Miss
late
Rainey
evening,
did
Miss Rainey.
karaoke.
You as well. Thank you.
I did karaoke and I was okay with it at first, but anyway, it just put me in a shitty mood because I'm tired of
Mhm.
people fucking speaking on my name when I
Mhm.
don't have anything, literally do not have anything to do with this. I do not. I can make myself a part of this, but I have nothing to do with it. Please leave my name out of your fucking face. But no,
Yeah.
nope, 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 nope. And it's fine. I expect to get backlash because of all the information that's being put out. But then I get a smart mouth, right? And I'm like, oh, you want to play stupid? Do you want me to post the baby gate that you said that I lied about? That you clearly posted in your video? Because I can show that. I can show
Mhm.
that baby gate that you lied about, since I'm the liar. And I have to be very careful. I have to be demure and
Yeah.
mindful and fucking cutesy and all that shit.
No,
And I don't want to
seriously.
be. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I want to be upset, and
Don't.
I
Don't
want to
allow it.
freak the fuck out.
Let him. He let him play the whole victim mentality. Let him just do what he does. And It is what it is, you know, you can't feed into that because the more you feed into it, the more he's gonna gravitate towards it.
I know, but
It's
here's
it's
the
horrible.
thing. Stop speaking my name.
Mhm.
Stop
That's
it.
that's
I
that's the
don't want my
unfortunate part.
name coming out of your face.
That's the unfortunate part.
I see you, Tino. I appreciate you. Stop yelling at me. I'm having a moment. Shoddy Bay. Miss
I'm gonna
Rainey
get
is
I'm
so
gonna get a
mean.
glass. I'll be right back.
Hurry up. You just drink out of that fucking ornament. That's what you're supposed to do. What happened here? Bobby, I don't know. Let me look at these chats. Hello. Lily, hi. I love her singing. Tino, oh God, my singing could use a lot of fucking work. Amu, it's good to see you. Shane, hello. Share my New Year's resolution for Miss Rainey to see my comments. Tino, shut up. I saw them. I saw them. Anyway, so I get really frustrated because I'm like, we go days and days and days, and my name is not spoken. I hear the drama, but I don't partake in it. I don't care. I don't want to see it. And like last night, bless his heart, Trailer Park Diaries came in my chat last night,
He did?
and he did. And he was like, hey, like, I just want to let you know, like, I don't want to have any part of this drama. I don't know what's going on. I'm not siding necessarily with one side or the other, but I'm very neutral. Can you please make sure that I'm not doxxed or put out there? Because, like, I don't know what's going on. And so I tried to explain to him, I was like, dude, um, you seem young to me. You seem like you're a good kid. And I was like, and I apologize because anyone younger than me is a kid. Girl, he's 22. He is
Oh,
a
he's
fucking
young.
child.
He's a baby.
He's the same age as my son. And
He's a baby.
I was like, look, I think you're being used. And I don't want to say it like that because I don't know. And he's like, I'm not going to be collabing with them or anyone else anymore. And I just want to be sure that like we're good. So that was really cool that he did that. And
Mhm.
anyway, so that's kind of how it started because I had seen that they were using him, as I'm sure as a way to get watch hours or fucking whatever it is that they do. And it bothered me because I'm like, why are you taking advantage of, like, let that guy go live, like, fucking let him speak, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I just get really frustrated and I get protective over the people that don't know anything. And
I'm not pregnant. What the fuck?
what? Who said you're pregnant?
Tino, of course, and then other people are running with it. I'm not pregnant. I would not be
Jay!
drinking if I was pregnant, okay?
Miss Rainey, let the haters hate. I know, Tino, but it upsets me. It still upsets me. He's chilling. Are you talking about Trailer Park? Trailer Park is really good. Really, really
He's so
fucking cool. Like
he just
he's
seems like very
talented.
to himself.
He's talented. Like he plays guitar. Like he could go really far in his own stuff if he just, like did his
Thanks,
own
Jago.
thing and found like-minded people. You know what I mean? That are in the music world and whatnot. But
Mhm.
it just kind of broke my heart. But I'm glad that he reached out yesterday. That was awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's really cool of him. Especially
he was
because he
like,
kinda
I've
got
been
thrown into
watching
everything.
you and I know who you are. And I was like,
Well
okay.
well, he followed Fools for a long time. I remember one time I got onto one of Fools', one of his lives, and he was in there, and he was like, "Hey, I just think you guys should keep the peace." And it's like, at that point, everyone could speak their own, but whoever's involved is involved, and you can't tell them anything different. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing with Trailer Park, his wife is like a huge, or at least trying to be a huge advocate for mental health awareness.
Oh.
So I think what ended up happening is Trailer Park saw a situation with his wife about potential mental health problems, right? And I don't mean someone having one. I mean the aftermath of kind of what's going on and the effects that could have on somebody. And I think that's why he tended to side with that group because of what they proclaimed that they were going through. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And
Yeah.
so it was more like, hey, we want to be supportive of you because that's not cool that these people are doing this, and mental health is very important. And again, I'm speculating, but uh I'm glad at his age he sees through that bullshit. And when I was done with my live yesterday, or last fucking 3 in the morning, whatever time it was, I went into his live and I was like, hey, um, I've done my part. I appreciate you touching base. And he's like, hey, those two people, Leroy and Jessica, they do come into my chat. He's like, I don't want to have any problems. I do appreciate you coming in here. I'll address you as Miss instead of Miss Rainey. And I was like, they have me blocked anyway, so it doesn't even matter. They can't see my comments, but um yeah, so everything's good there, which I didn't know this was going to be a thing on YouTube. I had no idea.
It's so
I,
weird.
it is weird to me.
It's
It's so
weird.
strange.
Yeah, it
I
is.
just came here to sing songs. That's all I did.
I just came here for laughs and giggles,
I
to meet new
did.
people, you know what I
I
mean?
w I did, like, and then I thought, "Okay, I'm gonna do this crime stuff." I did not know about any of this other stuff.
You kinda
I
got
w
interjected into everything, so that's unfortunate, but outside of that, everything is all good on YouTube, outside of that, you know what I mean?
like, does
It's
this
fun.
happen in everyone else's lives?
I hope not, let's hope not.
Like, "Miss Rainey, your friend looks like she eats tater tots." I eat tater tots,
I
fucking
love tater
crunchy
tots.
ones.
Yeah, I like them in
Crunchy.
my yeah, crunchy, like,
They
extra
have to be
crunchy.
extra crunchy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Guys, these comments are super rude and disrespectful. Seriously, it breaks my heart. What happened, Shane? Let me roll through. Miss Rainey, Linda, you have become internet famous. That's weird, Kira, because I'm just a person. I'm not famous. And if I'm gonna be famous, I want an all expense paid trip to CrimeCon. That's all I'm after. That's all I want.
Toasted
I don't
tater
want
tots,
anything
yes,
else.
yes.
I don't give two fucks. I just want a booth where I can talk about crime and meet the
That'd be
famous
so
people
cool.
from Dateline and 2020 and my podcast people that I listen to. And that's it. Maybe I could bring
But
a
wait,
friend or two.
is it gonna be in Vegas, though?
So the one this year was in Vegas, but next year it's in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So my goal would be 2026 because they're already selling the tickets for 2025, which I think it's like February or March. So it's not very far from now. I
Oh,
get the
okay.
emails for it and I was like, "Holy crap. It is expensive.
I'm
It
sure.
is
Well, the
stupid
booths are
expensive."
expensive, but to go visit, I'm sure it's not as expensive because I know, like, a lot of packaging stuff works the same way.
Well,
It's okay, just leave him. I don't mind him. He
no,
always
I'm
talks so much shit.
Tina,
It's
no,
okay.
you're not gonna come at her like that. Don't be rude. You can have your shitty comments to me. You don't need to do it to anybody else. Not very nice. Um, so I had seen like the VIP pass is like $1,800 for one person,
What does
and
that
that
even
doesn't
mean,
even
though? What do you
it
get?
means you get to go to like a fucking meet and greet
Thank you,
and
Shane.
like shake hands with someone and fucking take a picture. What is that?
I know, $1,800 just to go take pictures with someone, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. And I think it's like only 3 days. And you go
Hi,
to
would
like a conference thing and you get to hear about detectives speak. That's dumb. I'm not spending $1,800 on that.
you pregnant with Jeremy's baby? Who's Jeremy?
I'm, where? What am I missing?
Here. Hey, Linda. Who's your
Where's
friend?
Jeremy?
Who's Linda? First of all, who's Linda?
Fucking Linda.
Linda,
Uh,
listen. You know that one thing?
I will be doing security at that event in Colorado. I'm sure you are, Tino. I'm sure you are. Shout to fresh, crispy tater tots. Oh, shot. Shot. Oh my gosh. A little bit salted, not too salty. Crispy tater tots are the bomb.
Yeah, they
You
are.
look you look
Extra
very lovely,
toasted.
miss. You
Don't
are
bring
gorgeous. Double tap your screens. Happy Hanukkah. Miss Rainey, aka Linda. She's a wonderful lady with a beautiful life and a wonderful husband and children. I love her. She loves me. We're getting married. Okay, Kier. Miss Rainey, please go by yourself. Tino, what the Tino, don't be why do you have to be fucking weird? Be respectful in the chat. Wayne, I don't know what to do here. What's her name? Tino, she can tell you her name if she chooses to.
Don't bring the burnt tater.
The burnt tater tot is coming with me. Fuck off. She's gonna
Salt
be the
and
only one I
pepper
invite.
crisp potatoes with butter. Yes.
She's coming with me. And Tino, you're on the fucking list of crime that we look for. I told
That's
you
too
the
funny.
Idaho mountains are vast. Don't be an ass.
Y'all need to try tater tots with chicken salt. It's an Aussie thing. We put on hot chips instead of Nerman
Oh,
salt.
what?
Normal,
Normal salt.
normal.
Please
Oh, I
send
can
your
see
respect
that.
them.
Like chicken bouillon.
I don't know. That's weird. I feel like it's almost like a chicken seasoning, like ramen, maybe?
Chicken bouillon, right?
Well, don't
I
ask
don't know.
me.
I mean, I'm not the biggest cook, so I don't know.
I
I'm
don't eat
learning.
prison food, so it's fine.
I'm learning.
Okay, I ate your mom's taco. Oh, Tino! What is wrong with you? Tino, relax.
Rick's
Wayne's
like, it's
like,
hard to
say the
monitor because
fucking
Queen's
word.
laughing at
Say
the
the word.
trolls.
Wayne's just chomping at the bit over there. He's like, just say the word. Just say it.
Yeah.
Jay was rude to me. Tino, you've been rude this whole time.
Yeah, Tino, you have no room.
Rick, we need to train these people. Anyway, so that's my goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal is to have a booth at CrimeCon, to really get into the crime stuff that I'm doing, make it more professional, do actual videos, be good about it, and get an invite. Be like, "Oh, Rainy, we would love to have you." Um, that's my ultimate goal. I don't care about anything else. I mean,
Okay.
great people in the chat is fantastic.
You right.
Learning and meeting new people, that's awesome. But really that's my goal out of YouTube in general is what it is. That's what it is. It's not
Uh-huh.
I I don't know what else to say other than it's not about money, obviously. It's not about a fucking like or whatever else. I don't care about that. I just want
But the invite, that would be really cool. The invite
wouldn't
to the
it?
CrimeCon.
Oh
Huh?
my god. Well, yeah, I got the email that they also do like a CrimeCon camp. It's like 4 days.
What do you learn?
Uh
Tell me.
so they do like excavation, they do like detective like if you were to like go to a crime scene, it's like staged in the forest, right? And they have like this whole crime scene set up where you can go and like dig for bones and
Welcome.
check for clues and do all the
Mhm.
thing. Girl, that
Time
one
out.
for an individual is
Mhm.
$2,300.
Oh, well, good God.
And I'm not saying that that's out of my price range. I'm just saying
No,
I
regardless.
feel
First of all, that's expensive.
well, here's what I feel like. I feel like it's like going to the fair and they have a bunch of
Time out.
sand and I have to
Mhm.
like feather it out for a dinosaur bone.
Mhm.
That's what I feel like it is, right? Like is how real is this? It's stupid.
Mhm.
But the people that are going to those are actual police detectives that are like looking for more work, as in they're trying to expand. their knowledge into things and more hands-on. So it's it sounds cool, but I wouldn't do the camp thing at all. But it's
Mhm.
very limited. I think it's like 24 people only that can go. So
So what it does is, like, kinda show you, like, how to investigate a crime scene as you get that learning knowledge?
yes, but the fact that it's open to the public is interesting because mostly it would be like detectives and investigators that would sign up for this camp as like a retreat on top of their normal job, right?
Mhm.
So if I went, I could potentially be with like some fucking actual detective who's gone to school and who's dealt with this shit all day long. And here I am, like, hi, I'm a fucking couch person that sits on my couch and tries to think about, crime shit. That's dumb to me.
Mhm.
But
But so those are the people that you can end up with. But who's gonna really
yeah,
spend that much money if they're not interested?
exactly.
However, I think
Exactly.
that's way too much money to spend on something like that.
I think it'd be cool if that's in your if that's your profession, right? Like extra hands-on learning, investigative techniques, things like that.
Mhm.
Maybe clues that you've missed, but I
For the
I don't.
experience.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like this little childish thing where you spent all this money. It's like to me, it reminds me of one of those. What is it called? Where you
So
go to
true, Bill.
where you go into the room, the escape room. That's what it reminds me of, like an escape
Oh,
room, but for
I did an
detectives.
escape room once, and I couldn't get out of it. Let me tell you. Bill
Yeah,
said how many murders would sign up just for knowledge on how to get caught, how to not get caught as easily. That's so true.
I don't know. Supremacy. Bye. I don't know what to tell you. You want drama? Go fucking find it elsewhere. You know where to find it. Bye.
Some job.
You want drama? Go create it in other chats. You do a great job of it. Don't be a fucking dick here. All these fucking people, man. Oh,
Not the magnet, not the
I
magnet.
know. I might have to go and invest in a $30 fucking phone.
Wait, why do you say that? I've noticed. Is it because
What?
the magnet does something to the phone?
That's what Fool said. He was like, it can fuck with like the whatever inside. I don't know what it means. I've never tried it,
Oh.
but it doesn't make sense to me because if you have the magnetic thing on the backside of your phone to charge it, wouldn't that be the same difference?
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know shit. I'm not that smart. I'm smart in different ways, just not that smart. Fire starter. Get him, Rainy. Yeah, Amber. Like, fuck, if you're gonna be an asshole, supremacy, you're cool, man. But then you want to fucking fly on the fucking deep end. I do not get it. I don't get it. You remind me of people I used to know, and Wayne is fucking on that same
Somebody
wavelength.
that I used to know. I sang karaoke the other day for the first time.
Oh, how did it go?
Well, girl, I was so nervous, first of all.
Did you
But
sing
I
it
did,
with family, right?
yeah, with family. I sang. You wanna know what songs I sang?
Okay, yes.
The first
Yes.
one was Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," of
Did
course.
you record it? I want to see it. Post it.
No, I think I had to
Screenshots or
take
it
it off.
didn't happen.
And then I sang "Love on the Brain" by Rihanna.
Okay. Why are you laughing? What
Because it
happened?
was ridiculous.
It's not easy. It's the worst thing ever.
I was like, "Oh," and I was sitting down, I was like, "Oh my gosh, how does Rainy do this standing up? This is outrageous."
Two things liquid courage. And if you ever go back to my very first lives, I stood way in the back and I turned my back around so you didn't even see my face. You laugh. I'm not even joking. I was like, oh, hell no. I don't know anybody on the internet. The fact that I'm singing out loud so I can be judged by everybody else, that's very intimidating. I don't care if I can't see your face. I see a name. That's
Mhm.
just as much of a face to me.
Mhm. I was like, "How does she do this? This is
I
crazy." I
know.
was so nervous, but I mean, I just did it, and then I was, like, singing, and I was like, "Okay, that's it." Because
Nice. I'm proud of you. Good job. Have you done karaoke before?
Never, ever,
What?
ever in my life. I never even thought I
Okay.
would do it.
So when you sing though, like, do you just like sing by yourself
The
or
first one
like
I
with your
sang with my cousin, the second one I sang by myself. The Love
I
on the
know,
Brain I sang by myself.
but like in real life, like when you sing, like do you sing with by yourself in the shower, like with your
Yeah,
friends?
by myself.
Okay, so can I tell you something funny?
Uh-huh.
So, a little backstory. Um, my grandfather played the guitar, and my grandfather played the guitar and he sang at the same time, right? And he always proclaimed that he was Elvis.
Okay.
I love my grandpa. He's not with us any longer. But he was also
Every
Jesus
time. Uh-huh.
because his birthday was also December 25th. So not only was he the new fucking Elvis, he was also Jesus. And my grandfather could sing. He could sound just like Elvis. So my uncle, who's 10 years younger than me, he actually got a record deal in Nashville. Like
No
he
way.
he drove to Nashville to sign the contract. But he found out his girlfriend was pregnant and she told him that it's either that or me.
That sucks.
And so he chose her.
Of
And
course.
so he's got this tattoo, which I'll try to get a hold of him maybe and have him send me a picture, but it's a microphone. Um, and it's got all these stars that are broken because it means broken dreams because he never
Mhm.
got to finish. He never got to do what he wanted to do. So he had a legit record deal in
Wow.
Nashville and he turned it down because he was going to be a father. So
Dang. Well, I
we
mean,
we
respect to
do
him for picking his family over
fuck
what
that,
was going
fuck that,
on.
fuck that, fuck all that,
Yeah.
because they're divorced now, and
Oh, that's fucked up.
I mean they are newly divorced, but it's I get it. A man needs to provide for his family, and he was going to be a father, and I commend that wholeheartedly. But a record deal is not an everyday thing. Like that's a once in a lifetime deal, and so it's shitty that he didn't get to pursue his dreams to do that, but he would do karaoke all the time, all the time. When I tell
Aw.
you, he has trophies for days because obviously the next step outside of karaoke, if you can sing, is to try to get a deal. And
Mhm.
like he would go to the fair here and they'd put out his hat because he would sing a lot of Garth Brooks. He would sing a lot of
Okay.
country. So he'd like take off his cowboy hat and fucking people would like put money in the hat. They'd pass it around. Like he's got an amazing voice. But the first time I ever sang karaoke, oh my God. I sang Rihanna's Stay and it was on his birthday. We went to a bar down in the city and I brought my friend with me and my friend was like, "You've got to sing, you've got to sing." And I was like, "Shit, nope. I'm not going to do it because my uncle was there." And my uncle is like a renowned fucking karaoke goddamn singer and if I'm going to be judged by anybody,
It's him.
it's gonna be him, right? Like nobody in my family knew like I sang in the closet or in the shower. You know what I mean? Nobody
Uh-huh.
knew. Nobody knew. And so my friend, he went and signed me up for karaoke. Ugh. And I ended up singing and everybody fucking stood up and was like giving me this standing ovation like in the bar. And my uncle and my aunt, because they were married still at the time, they were just like, holy shit, you've been able to sing this entire time and you didn't tell us? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So that was probably the first and only time that I ever sang in front of him because I was so worried about judgment. Like, it's like if I was gonna go sing in front of Adele, no, that's not gonna happen. Mm-mm.
Oh, I think she would respect it though.
She would, but like I don't want to hear what you got to say. Thank you. Goodbye.
'Cause she has, like, the greatest voice ever.
Oh, yes, yes.
I
I
know a lot
just
of Adele songs, that's for sure, but I've always sang, like, by myself because I've always used music to kind of filter what's in my heart.
yeah, yeah. I understand that.
So a lot of Adele songs, like, really hit me hard.
Yeah, yeah. Adele's a hard one to sing. That's
Uh-huh.
that's a difficult one because yeah, it's hard. But
Even Amy Winehouse.
you
I'm
ain't gonna
I'm
see me
trying to
doing
get
that.
you to sing Amy Winehouse, girl. I know you can do
Hello.
it. You have those vocals.
I have to learn a lot of things because the melody, like if I can try to sing songs, you know what I mean? Like I'll put it on and like try to follow along with them. And like I'm musically inclined enough to like think I know what's gonna happen, before it happens, but it takes talent. Like it's not easy by any means. And I know like I've gotten better by doing this on live, but girl, by no means am I gonna go on The Voice or American Idol or anything like that. I'm trying to
Well,
do
I think you
crime.
do a great job. So let's just leave it
Well,
at that. I
thanks.
think you do a
I
great job.
appreciate you.
We all love it,
I
and you
appreciate
need to keep doing it.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna stick with crime. I really like crime. That's
And
that's the
karaoke
easier.
because it's fun.
Mm, mm, I can't be critiqued on crime because I didn't do it. So therefore, that's that's my easier way out. I don't like being judged. I don't. I want
Jocelyn said
everybody.
you would win for real, for real.
Ooh, Jocelyn, I appreciate you. Do you know how many talented people there are out there? There's a lot of great, great people that can sing. A lot.
That's
Shannon
too
said they'll
funny.
be back. Okay, Shannon. I've missed a shit ton of chats tomorrow at 8 p.m. Carver, Oregon, karaoke time. Ariel, I'm not driving to Oregon. I love you. Props to you. I can't talk in Amber. So I didn't even Amber, when I used to do lives, I used to be over here
That's fair.
like this. You'd see half my face. Tell me I'm wrong. If any of you have been here from the beginning, like I didn't want to go on camera. I definitely didn't want to go on camera by myself. It's weird to me to know that Miss Queen knows. There's people looking at you in the chat and you're like, "Oh my gosh."
I was so embarrassed my first time. I was like, "Oh
I
my god."
know, but you're getting so much better at it. And you're just like,
A
"Fuck it,
little
I'm going
little
live."
little by little.
Yeah, but still that you got to look back at that one time where you're
I
like,
deleted it. I will never look back at it.
"Scared."
I deleted it. I was like, "I never wanna see this again."
Yeah, but you have been doing it and you do it on your own. And sometimes you do it multiple times a day. And
I know.
that's awesome. What?
No, yeah, sometimes I do multiple times a day.
Yeah, but still, like that's huge progress from where you came from. Before
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
you saw the one person, which was me, as I'm trying to type, and you're like, ah,
I thought, "Ah, I'm so scared."
it's
It was like
intimidating.
it was very intimidating, a lot of pressure for me,
Mhm.
even though it wasn't really pressure, but it was, like, very intimidating for sure.
Well, it is because you can't see a face.
Mhm.
You have no idea what's going to pop up in that chat. You don't
I
know.
ha I had no idea, and I was
You
like,
don't.
"Oh my god,
You
I don't
don't
think
know
I'm
if
ready
it's
for
a
this."
man. You don't know if it's a female. You don't know if they're going to talk shit to you. You don't know if they're going to be nice. You have no idea. None.
Mhm,
None. And sometimes I'll come in these by myself and I get nothing but trolls in the beginning.
mhm.
Nothing but people talking shit, or being sexual, or being just nasty. And there's one comment I took to heart, but aside from that, I've I haven't really taken a lot of the comments to heart. The
Mhm.
real genuine people, yes, but not the trolls. Only one
Right.
troll got to me. One of them did.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like yeah. Yeah, one of them got to me that really really made me like I didn't cry, don't get me wrong, but it made me think about myself as a person.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it wasn't
Don't let it get to you like that, though.
well, right, but were they wrong?
I don't know
And
what they
that's
said, so I'm not sure.
I know, but that's what put it into perspective for me because I'm all about constructive criticism. If you can
Me too.
be um mindful when you decide to tell me what I can work on, I'm all about listening, all about it. If you're going to put me down to make yourself feel better, to critique me, I don't agree with it at all.
Mhm.
You don't have to point out my flaws. I'm very well aware of them. Trust me. I look
Same.
at myself in
Mhm.
the mirror every day. So there's there's that, but yeah, that one comment. Ooh, that struck deep. And maybe I'll tell you on a different not
Mhm.
here, but
Yeah, obviously not here, but yeah.
it yeah, that one hit. And I'll remind fools about it as a reminder to myself. But yeah, that one hurt. It was in the beginning too, so
Mm. I mean, my life has been a beautiful disaster, I will say. In a good way. I'm not looking for no sympathy when I say that at all. So I can handle it and I just laugh it off. Most of them, I just laugh it off because I know where I need to work at. I
yeah,
know which areas of my life I need to still work on, but I can't let like, especially over the internet. I'm sorry. I have
right.
enough going on in my own world
Sure.
where I hear all these other things. So I try not to let anyone think that to me. But that's just my perspective. Everyone's very different.
Yeah. Feelings of
But yeah,
friends and you know how to respect other people that feel for humans. I agree with you on that, Jocelyn.
that's the win.
That's yeah, you get people it's people are weird on the internet. Um, some of us hide behind I don't want to say some of us, I don't, but some of us hide behind a fake name, a fake profile because they don't want to be known who they are.
Hmm.
And they come into these chats and they say shitty things. And a lot of times I don't take it to heart because if you're willing to do that to a stranger on the internet, I mean, what is going on with you as a person that
Hmm.
you feel like you've got to go into these chats and you don't know me as a person. The only thing you know is what you see, right? So
Right.
usually you're going to get talked about your looks, right? Because that's the visual part.
That's the first thing
Um
people see.
yeah, and if you're going to base me upon how I look, one that's shallow, and it doesn't always go a good way. It can be really shitty, you
100.
know. As you know, we've already dealt with it in this chat like a fucking asshole's got to be, but
Mhm.
there's also the point of I always try to look outside of the box of
I don't really.
is it just their way to get attention and to be recognized? And
Mhm.
sometimes bad attention is better than no attention. So, what way to get attention is to talk shit because that's what they've always grown up with. So, I try to think about that from a different standpoint, but man, some people.
Yeah, some people are pretty crazy. I've gotten you wanna know who I did get attacked, which is so crazy to me. I got an attack one time. I remember when the whole BLM situation was going on, it was, like, really new,
Mhm.
And one of my homegirls had posted something on BLM, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, but all lives matter." And they
Mm.
went to my Twitter at that time,
Oh,
they went to my Instagram, they went to all of my you like, anything. They went to
mm,
everything, and they were like,
yeah,
"Oh, she does this, and she does this." And I was like, "Oh my god," I felt so attacked. I ended up deleting everything, deleting all the
yeah,
comments, deleting all everything. But I was like, "Oh, this is like the internet is a different world."
yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
And I learned that years ago. So before I met Fools, I got initiated, which I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before. I was initiated into this group. It was called Salty Savages on
Uh-huh.
Facebook in the local area. And these people were grown ass adults, the same age as me, if not a little bit younger, most of them older. And they were vicious. So if you tried to join the group, right? Because it's like join, answer the questions, then they'll let you in or they won't.
Oh, no
A-
way.
And when I was a part of the singles group, it's like a community like this, right? Where you start talking with certain people and developing relationships. And it was like, oh, hey, there's this other group you should join. It's no different than us following other people. And this group was called Salty Savages. And when I joined that group, I was told, be prepared for an initiation. And I was like, okay, whatever. And it was an hour long initiation
What?
of there was a time, let's say it was like 9 p.m. on a Tuesday,
Uh-huh.
my time. And they invited me in, and all the fucking members just started fucking doxing me, started ripping on me, started trying to pull whatever information they could find about me on the internet and
Oh my
put me on
gosh.
blast and see if I was able to withstand the shit that they were throwing at me because it was salty savages. So
Uh-huh.
therefore, if you made it through that hour, you were in the group. Um, which I didn't care to be in the group, but I was like, I don't fucking back down from a challenge. Like, I'm not gonna quit. That's just who I am as a person. Like, you can say all this shit about me, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna run and cry about it. Because in
Mhm.
my in my mindset, it was if I run and cry about it, then they win. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Instead
Yeah.
of me being the sarcastic asshole I am, and it's like, oh, you want to come at me? Let me come back at you. And so for an hour, I was beat down. I was drugged through the mud. I was doxxed. It was it was a it was a process. And I had a friend on the back end who was private messaging me, and he was like, Rainey, you can quit. Like, you don't have to keep responding to these people. Like, just let it go. And I was like, no, nope,
You're like, I'm gonna keep going.
they're not going to win. It's not going to happen. And that was my first experience of dealing with shitty people on the internet because I did not know, honestly, you can call me naive or whatever. I did not know that that was a thing. I really didn't. I did not know that there were trolls. I knew about catfishing, of course, but I did not know that people will intentionally beat you down to see how strong you really are as a
Yeah.
fucking game. Like, that's weird to me.
Yeah, it's very weird. So 2 things on that. One thing is on that whole the BLM thing.
Uh-huh.
They did that and I was responding, but I was working during that time, so I was, like, out on the field as in working, and I pulled over because I was like, "I can't be responding to all these messages so quickly," and I
Mhm.
ended up being there for, like, an hour and a half, and I was like, "This is an hour and a half wasted. I could be making money doing this," and so I that's like, later on that night, when I woke up the following morning, is when I was like, "I'm just gonna delete all this because I just wanna respond." I was more reactive versus taking everything in. And the
Yeah.
second thing I was gonna say is my old job that I used to work with before for a long time, when I first started, they were doing that. They did more of like an initiation. I was like, yo, I'm getting a lot of hate from everyone and
Mhm.
I'm not doing anything. They would say XYZ about me.
Mhm.
And I'm like, and then the finally when I brought it up to someone's attention, I'm like, I brought it to my boss's attention because he would go out with me to go do like sales calls and stuff.
Mhm.
My mentor, he was never my boss because I was never like working for him specifically. Um, but I would go out with them and I'm like, yo, he's like, it's part of your initiation. I was like, initiation at work? What the fuck? What is
What?
wrong with y'all? But it went on for like a year.
Oh,
A
wow.
year. But
Wow.
at the same time, I was still making good money. So I was like, I didn't care.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, the whole initiation part and like how you mentioned like how you that group. And so I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, it was so wild.
Well, and it was almost like you could be a part of the cool kids group. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
And then I
And
ended up
it's
being
like,
cooler than all of them, so I don't give a fuck.
well, right. And it's like, and by the way, Scooby, I see you. Hi, hello. Um, it like that's not who I am as a person, right? So
Mhm.
I'm not one to come on the internet and be a bully and badmouth people. Like that's not who I am. So
Right.
when it was done to me, it was like I had to sit back after I made it through the hour, which I made it through, of course, and they were like, "Woo, Rainy, we didn't think you were gonna make it," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever, it's all good." Like
Mhm.
I'm a part of this thing, but to be a part of this thing where these grown ass adults were doxing people on the internet and making fun of people left and right, it was just disgusting to me.
Mhm.
Disgusting. And it was like they could just pull a picture and just be like, "Oh my god, look at this, look at this, look at this." And I'm like, "You're talking about people that are beneath you," which one I'm not okay with, right? And I know I have certain says about a certain couple that's in within the YouTube community that
Different.
pisses me off, but that's because of the dumb shit that they're saying about me, right?
Mhm.
So don't come at me with ammo when I'm going to come back at you. But yeah, this I just I'm not about putting someone down because they are less fortunate, right? I'm no better than you. If you live in a trailer, if you live in your van, if you live in a tent, at the end of the day, we're all people. We're all trying to make it.
Mhm.
And just because you don't have what I have, doesn't make me any better than you. And
The soul
these,
and the heart is what makes you better than another person.
well, sure, sure. But man, to see these grown ass adults do what they were doing, I was just like, yeah, I don't care to be associated with this. And in the beginning I was, because a lot of the things they were doing was funny, and there were different groups that they were targeting, and sure, but I I'm just not that's just not who I am
Mhm.
as a human, because I've seen karma make its full circle
Oh,
around the
same,
moon, and no
same.
thank you. No thank you. I don't think that capitalizing on someone's pain and their difficulties and their disability, and mean disability, not just like a mental or emotional or physical, but like where they live, their
Mhm.
upbringing. That's I, who the hell am I to judge how someone else was raised, or
100%. You should never judge. Who are we to make any judgmental comments on
uh-uh.
or visions on how someone's raised and where they come from? Ever. I mean, my parents are from South Central.
Okay.
Okay? Like they were raised different.
Yeah.
And my mom, she was not even a high school graduate. Okay, she had me at 16, she had my brother at 18. My
Hold
brother
on.
my
Can I tell you? Girl, I'm a high school dropout.
well, you see, you know what I mean?
You would
And
have never known. You wouldn't know.
my mom's a nurse practitioner now. She owns, like, businesses. So,
Mhm.
like, it never what she did was she went through all like, she had my dad had his I don't really wanna speak on that, but so, um, my mom, like, yeah, she was on welfare for, like, 4 years to help her get
Mhm.
out, and then
Sure.
after that, she just hustled and
Yeah.
hustled and hustled and did what she needed to do, and now we're, in a good place, like,
Yeah.
and that's not
Yeah.
through her, only her hustle, that's through God,
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in God, so,
Yeah.
like, that's through God's work and stuff, so, like, all that stuff comes back in full circle. Even, like, you said karma and all that stuff, so karma's, like, funny
Oh
too.
yeah.
I remember there was this gentleman who lived down the street from me, and I have, like, a back alley in my house, and
Mhm.
he used to park behind my house and, like, peep through my window like, my bushes. Yeah,
Oh.
and you wanna know how it got taken care of? Through God's work, like, God like, he's not alive
Oh
anymore.
hell no! I would have took care of that real quick, real
You know what I mean?
fucking quick,
God was like,
real quick.
"Nope, you gotta take this guy out of your fucking life," like, and it just
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I don't know.
I'm a high school dropout, right? Like my father was an alcoholic. I didn't grow
Uh-huh,
up with my father. My mother was she tried the best she could, right? And I hate to talk shit on my mom. Um, but my mom was not a mother by any means. She was a woman who I lived in the same household with. She wasn't motherly at all. She focused her attention on the men that she
respect,
was
yeah.
with, and there were multiple men all the
Mhm,
time. It was a revolving door, and for me, as an adult, I had to look back and say, okay, why was my mom ever thinking like this? Well, she didn't have the love that she needed from her parents, right? they
mhm,
were they were Hispanic, my grandfather and my grandmother. They were not happy in the marriage they were in, and my grandfather was never loving by any means. He didn't love my grandma, I think, the way that um, a husband and wife should. You would think, and I think from my mom when she was growing up, sure she had me young. My dad was 40 when she had me. She was 20, he was 40, and he didn't want another child. So when she found out that she was pregnant, she went to him and she was like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and he goes, "Get an abortion. I don't want it. I already have 2 kids." And so I was supposed to be aborted before I was ever supposed to be in this world. I was never supposed to be here to begin with. And it's things like that where, like, as a kid growing up, I didn't have a stable home, honestly. Like, my mom jumped from house to house. I went to 8 different schools in the 12 years that I was in school. And the people that my mother chose were not good men by any means. They were into drugs. They were alcoholics. They were in and out of jail or prison. Um, and what happened when I decided, okay, I'm about ready to leave the house and do my own thing? Well, my dumbass followed the same fucking footsteps. Not about a revolving door with a man, but I fell for some dude who could not at all care for me by any means like a
uh-huh,
man should. And call me old fashioned, whatever. I am a firm believer that it is a man's duty to serve and protect his family. You can say i'm
100%.
i'm wrong, but I chose a person in my life that I thought I could fix. I'm a fixer. If you
Mhm.
didn't know, I'm a
Me
fixer. I
too.
like to fix people. And oh, you have problems? Let me fix you. You don't have a home? Come live with me. You don't have a car? Come drive mine. No, no,
Girl,
don't fucking do that shit. That's what I did. And
my heart is just so big.
I had 2 kids, obviously, my son and my daughter, with the same person. I was married for 11 years and I was with him for 14 years. He was a fucking drug addict. He was a womanizer. He was in and out of prison the entire time I was with him. So when I say that I was a single mom, I was a single mom. I
Mhm.
worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day to care for both of my kids while he was in prison. And I fucking, my dumb ass sent him fucking money because I'm an idiot. But I was with him, right? And that's my duty to make sure my man is taken care of because that is what you're supposed to do. And I believed that um, if it's broken, you try to fix it and you don't just throw it away and you keep, shut up, queen, I'm talking. And you try to get, you try to make shit work out. And um, I
Wait, first of all, I didn't say anything, okay?
I see your facial expression. It was like, "Oh, hell no." I see
No,
it. Or,
it's
"Yeah,
100%.
I agree. I agree." And, I always wanted that old-fashioned relationship because I didn't have that growing up at all. I didn't have a stable household. I didn't have a mother and a father in the same home. And so I really wanted that for my kids that, hey, if I was going to have kids, it's going to be with the same person. It's going to be, we're going to figure it out. We're going to be married. Everything's going to work out. Girl, what a fucking joke. What a joke. The only thing I can say out of that relationship is I got 2 kids, 2 fantastic kids out of it. But I stayed way too long. Way too long. Way too long.
Yeah.
And I I always said to myself I would never be like my mom having that revolving door, which I never did. Um, my kids knew 2 men in their lives. They knew their father. And I had a 6-year span between when I separated from him and when I met Fools. And
Okay.
that 6-year span, I dabbled in trying to date, but I never, ever, ever, ever introduced my children to a man that I didn't think was going to be consistent in their lives because
Right on.
they're not dating. I am. And when Fools and I got together, it took a little time before I introduced him to them, but my kids literally know 2 men, their father and Fools.
Mhm.
That is it. I am a
Mhm.
lifer kind of chick where I don't do short little stint dumb relationships. It's just not in my wheelhouse, who I am as a person. Um, like I said, if it's broken, you fix it and you work on that.
Yeah.
But no, my
Like, it's still my motto too, like, I mean, not that I love it, but I gravitate towards the broken, like, I
Mhm,
really do, and that's a bad thing for me to say, but I do have a big
mhm,
heart, but I also don't give a lot of people my time either,
yeah,
and I had an ex-boyfriend, rest in peace, he's not here anymore, and it was the same thing, and then from there, it was just like, "Oh, Alyssa's not dating for a long time. Nope," and I sure
mhm,
didn't, because 'cause I'm like,
yeah,
"How do I do this? How do I figure
yeah,
things out?" And then I'm still figuring it out, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm happy, I'm in a good place.
yeah. Well, and that's the same thing for me in that 6-year time span, which was almost 7 years. Um, I once he was gone out of the picture, and I only thank God for that because in all honesty, if he didn't go to prison, I think I would still be stuck in that cycle of trying to work shit out with this
Yeah,
person that I shouldn't have been with to begin with.
yeah,
And um it was God removing this person from me, which
Right.
again, I'm very thankful for because I don't think I would have got out of it any other way.
Mhm.
And when he was out of my life, I always look at it and say, if you come out of a long relationship, you should take time for yourself and to be by yourself and be content by yourself because I think in the beginning I was very codependent. I was young. I met this guy when I was what 17, 18,
Mm.
and um prior to that the relationship I was in was 3 years,
Mhm.
and I I was always committed to whoever I was with, and that almost 7-year time span, I got to work on my career. I got to figure out who I was, and during that time, I was okay knowing that, hey, if I never get in a relationship again, I will be okay. I didn't
Mhm.
need a person. I had a great job. I had a great vehicle. I had my own place. The kids were well. I didn't need someone I had to rely on to make me feel okay, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would say if anyone's coming out of a long relationship, be okay being alone. And my daughter, I'll never forget this. I picked her up from school and I was going to go on a date, and this person fucking ghosted me. Like, was like, yeah, we're going to meet, we're going to meet, we're going to meet. And then it was just like nothing, nothing. Didn't even
Mhm.
speak to me. Like, communication stopped. And I remember explaining it to my daughter, and she tells me now, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I ever said that." But I was like, I was ghosted. And she goes, "Mom, maybe you're just supposed to be alone.
Mhm.
Maybe you're supposed to just die alone." And
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh shit." And when I reminded her of that in her older years, she was like, "I am so sorry. I'm sorry I even said that to you." And I was like, "No, that was a good wake up call. Like, maybe it's okay to be alone. And it's not that I need somebody next to me in order to be okay or to feel complete, you know?"
It's definitely okay to be alone. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak on that. But in what you're saying is I think that was a way for God to implant someone different in your life. And then look, you
Sure,
met Colts.
sure, sure. Because I wasn't going backwards, girl. I was making good money in the job I was in. And I was like, I'm not going to look for another fucking child. You have to be doing as good as me, if not better. And all the
Mhm.
men and the women in the chat can come at me sideways, but I'm not your fucking caretaker. It just is what it is. If I worked my ass off to get to a level of where I'm at, I'm not trying to go backwards. That's just like if you go apply for a new job, you're not trying to go get less pay. You're trying to get something that pays you the same, if not better, right? That has better
100.
benefits. That's going to give you more out of your time than what you're doing. And um I'm never going to down someone who's putting themselves out there or who is working, but taking care of everything. And I figured that out after being
Mhm.
alone, because if push came to shove and I had to be alone today, I'd be fine.
Mhm.
I would be okay. I I don't rely on other income. I make enough for myself to be able to survive, but I'm not trying to get with somebody who is working a fucking part-time job when he's perfectly fucking capable of working a full-time job. I'm not your
100%.
fucking mommy. I'm not
Oh,
doing it.
yes. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
agree.
doing it.
Like those are decisions that I would have made like when I was younger. Not doing it anymore.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like I have to set a precedent for myself because I didn't do that back then. It was like, "Oh, let me help you. Let me see your worth. Let me show you your value. You're
Oh, I still
valuable.
do that though
Let
now.
So do I." But and fools will tell everybody, like, when I first met him, when I started talking to him, I asked him this series of questions. Do you have kids? Do you have a job? Have you been married? Have you been divorced? What's the longest relationship you've been in? And he got mad at me. He was like, "What's the next question on the application?" Motherfucker, I'm not going backwards. You can be mad at me all you want. These are
Mhm.
legitimate questions I have about who you are as a person. If you tell me the longest relationship you've been in is 3 months, you've got fucking problems as a
Bye.
goddamn adult. I'm sorry. You can be
Yeah,
mad, but there are little cues that is given to us along the way that we choose not to see. And
100.
um yeah, and I will tell you, when I met Fools, I did question that his commitment issues. The longest relationship he was in was 4 years. And that's a long time, but not compared to what I did, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's now I'm the longest relationship that he's been
Hey
in,
now, that's all that matters.
but it's yeah, it's like I didn't come from any fucking silver spoon. Like you see this shit in here, I've worked my ass off. We have worked our ass off for the shit we have. I
Mhm.
came My mother was on welfare to the point where food stamps were fucking ripped out of the book like the paper fucking money. I was on food stamps at one point in time in my life. I had two kids I was raising by myself, making a shitty money at the time.
Mhm.
What was my goal? Obviously, to get off that shit, which I
Right.
did. Thank God. I haven't seen a tax return and I can't tell you how long, but it's that was something. I'm never going to down anybody who uses welfare as long as they're using it as
Better themselves.
exactly. Exactly. But here's what I will tell you about that system. So when I was pregnant with my daughter, I went to Boise State University, which is one of the universities here in Idaho.
Mhm.
And when I signed up for college to go full time, because as you all know, I wanted to be a homicide detective. This is where my dream of that went away. Um, I signed up to go to school full time. I had my own place. I had my young son,
Mhm.
and I also was pregnant with my daughter. Which with her, I had extreme morning sickness. When I tell you I was sick, we're talking I was sick. Well, I had benefits, right? I had like food stamps, I had help with childcare, I had all the things because, of course, their deadbeat fucking bullshit sperm donor was in prison. So it's not like I was getting help from anybody. And
Right.
when I enrolled in college and I let the Department of Health and Welfare in the state of Idaho know that I was going to be going to school full time, they cut me off of everything.
Oh, how? Isn't that
Everything.
when they're supposed to help you?
Everything. They were like, if you're not working or if you're only working part-time, we're cutting all of your benefits. Everything. Everything. And I'm like, so help me understand. I'm trying to better myself, right? And again,
Mhm.
I'm not going to use that as a crutch by any means. But in my mind, I'm thinking, here I am trying to better myself, trying to have a career and a degree, and I'm needing the same help that I'm getting. And because I'm trying to better myself, you're cutting me off
Mhm.
100%, which I couldn't do because I needed childcare for my son while I go to
Mhm.
school full time. And it was, but if you go back to work full time, then you have benefits. So it was like, it was almost like welfare wanted to keep you
In the
in
system.
that loop of you cannot go out and better yourself, because if you do, you're going to lose out on what we're helping you with now. And then you're going to
Mhm.
struggle and try to figure that out. Or
Mhm.
you can just stick in the vicious cycle that you're with now and reap the benefits of whatever the state's going to help you with. And
Mhm.
I did decide to go to college, but I was really, really sick with my daughter, like sick to the
Mhm.
point of like I could not complete the semester because I was so sick with her.
Oh.
So dropped out of that. I went back to work full time. And she always likes to say she's the reason why I didn't become a homicide detective is because of her. Um, but it's interesting because you try to better yourself, and they want you to be stuck in that cycle of no, you get to depend on us.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until I made more money, right? I literally had to work up the chain in any job that I had. I always started at the bottom and worked my way up. Um,
Same.
from answering the phone to now I'm a recruiter, now I'm a trade recruiter, now I'm staffing all these people, to running different businesses, to running the business I do now. And again, I'm a high school dropout. I went and got
Mhm.
my GED 4 years after I should have graduated from high school. 4 years.
Okay.
4 years because I was working. That's all I did was work. I was
Mhm.
working from the age of 14 up until now. So I've never not worked.
Yes,
And it's the system is interesting. Very, very interesting. And I do believe it's a fantastic system to help people get on your feet and to better themselves. But there is that loophole of trying to keep you sucked into it. And if you make more money, you lose benefits.
benefits.
And
Yeah.
if you make less money, you get more benefits, right? So you'll see a lot of these people who are like stuck on welfare. Why? Because if they make more money, they lose hundreds of dollars of benefits, as
So you
opposed
just have
to,
to escalate though, but you
well, right,
escalate until you can't until it's like it's just not non-existent.
right, but not every family has the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Just because their
I hear
paycheck
you.
increases by $200, now they've completely taken away their however amount of money that they're getting for food stamps. And is it worth taking that pay raise for 200 bucks
Yeah.
or eliminating everything? So
Yeah, that's
it's
that's very true. That's very true.
it's hard. It's hard. And I'm so thankful. I've been out of that shit for a long, 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 long time.
It's
But
there to help people, but you can't allow it to continue to help you. That's the thing.
sure, it's not a crutch. It's not a way to
Mhm.
get you through life. It is there as a helpful measure to get you to the next step. But let me tell you, the way that they handle it is interesting. And like I said, I can only speak for myself. When I tried to go to
Mhm.
school and they were like, "Hey, if you go to school to better yourself, we're not helping you."
Mhm. Yeah, I hear
So
you.
that that was hard. But anyway, sorry, I'm just fucking
No,
yapping
I
my
was
ass
listening.
away as I have a dual live happening. I'm sorry. Go ahead and speak. So sorry. So sorry.
I was listening. I don't need to speak on anything. I've been speaking.
Yeah, but still, it's just, why did I get silenced? I don't know, JFK. I've just been chatting my fucking ass off and talking out my neck. So that's my little story. Like I didn't come from some fantastic upbringing. I didn't have fantastic parents. I didn't have great influence. I didn't have any influences in my life. The only influence I had in my life was my aunt. My aunt is no longer with us. She passed away last year. Um, she was like a mother to
JFK,
me,
you're
but
yeah. JFK, one second. JFK, you're probably saying something wild because Sleepy doesn't time out anyone.
mm, depends if Subi will take things differently than we might.
Okay,
Zuby's like,
bye.
and fuck off. But Like my aunt was like a mom to me, but my aunt, wasn't perfect either. My aunt was very, very, very materialistic. She was all about name brands. She was all
Mhm.
about big brands. She was all about keeping up with the Joneses. She was like, if you don't wear this, then you're a nobody. You don't talk to people that don't wear the same thing. Oh, it was bad. So I was instilled at a young age of certain things and to look a certain way and to act a certain way until I fucking had to figure it out and be like, girl, I can't keep up with no damn Joneses at all. At all. At all. That was hard. That was a hard wake up because I was so snooty when I was younger, that if you weren't wearing name brands, I didn't have a conversation with you.
No way.
Oh, girl, I was a bitch. Can you imagine?
I can't
Really?
I can't
Really?
imagine.
Like
Um,
I was this person of I'd look down on you if you did not fit the part. But here's where the wake up call came in. So I'm not perfect by any means. And as I told you, I was married to a drug addict, an alcoholic, and a womanizer. And it wasn't until I participated, how about that,
okay, there you go.
in the lifestyle that that man was doing that I realized I'm no better than anybody else.
100%.
So when I did dumb things, because if you can't beat them, join them, then I realized that my little narrow minded thought process of this is how you're supposed to live your life, it became real to me that everyone is a person. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping on the street. It doesn't matter if you're in $1 million home. Um, I would go to these AA meetings, and the people that were in these meetings were police officers. They were surgeons. They were homeless people. They were people of all walks of life, driving all kinds of different vehicles, riding bikes, walking,
Mhm.
barely making it in. And I think, that's when I realized that none of that shit matters.
Yeah, it
This is
doesn't.
that's
But
that's
that
that's
that
it.
was, like, your realization of when it happened?
That was it for me where I was like, oh, I've been on this high horse. And it was in my young years. I didn't go like until my 30s or 40s, obviously, with that. But it
Mhm.
was in my very early 20s when I realized that, uh,
Yeah. Allie
yeah.
said, "Miss Rainey, I'm starting to think we're twins."
What's interesting, Allie, is a lot of us have the same story. And it's not until we discuss it and put our heart on our sleeves do we realize how much we have in common, honestly.
Mhm. 100%.
Honestly. But
Okay,
Miss Queen,
1 second. 1
where are you
second.
going? Why?
I'm gonna go I need some water.
Okay, fine. I'm like, okay, fine. Anyways, as I've been talking my ass off, how's everybody doing? I'm so sorry. I'm just blabbing along. Now you know who Miss Rainey really is. And I know I've said this a million times, so it's not a surprise to some of you, but that is Miss Rainey's story. Kind of basic, but I'm okay. You, Subi, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm so,
No,
so
you're
sleepy.
not!
Shut up, Queen. Like, shut up. It's Queen's fault that I'm here. She's like, you're going to ride this until you can't ride it anymore. Hi, Bill. Just listening. Yeah. So, if you have this persona of what you think I am, I promise you, you don't know. Do I have a sleeve tattoo? MP? Yes, I do. Looks can be very deceiving. Just because I present myself a certain way, it could all be a smokescreen. on what really goes on inside my mind. So you just never know the things that someone's dealing with unless they tell you. I've been very, very, very good in my years of acting a part, dressing a part to make everyone on the outside make it look like that I'm confident and secure in everything that's going on. It's a lie. It's all a lie. You should get some rest. Well, thank you, Ellen. I appreciate you. Made me see. MP, I'm not sure what you want to see. Do you have any advice for sort of toxic girlfriend? I love her very much. Carter, if she's toxic, get rid of her. And I'm going to say that in a nice way. Separate yourself from her to figure it out. Figure out you, because I wish I had somebody who had some kind of authority in my life who was guiding me along the way. I would have never spent 14 years with someone who drained me in ways that I didn't need to go through.
Sorry.
If you can't beat him, join him. Okay, Allie, I see you.
You want to see your sleep tattoo?
Oh, it's cold. Like it's cold.
Speaking
Don't
of it's
people tell
cold,
me.
yeah, I think I need to turn on my heater because it is a little cold.
Shut up. As it's 70 degrees over there during the day.
It's probably like 62 in my house.
Some pretty ladies up in here. Yeah, it's yeah. Just remember what you see on the outside of people isn't necessarily what's going on. So
Mhm.
I've always been really, really, really good at being able to mask insecurities, mask feelings, do all of that.
I'm the best at that.
I'm not in the bush. I have a neighbor about 2 kilometers away.
What
Yeah.
can wait, what's kilometers?
Kilometers are not miles. So instead of what is a kilometer? Hey
Bill,
Siri.
can you please
Hey
oh, there
Siri.
you go.
What is 2 kilometers converted to miles?
We're pretty.
That would be 1.24 miles. Did you hear her? She said it's 1.24 miles.
2 miles?
1.24. One and a
I
fourth.
know, but he said 2 kilometers, so that's, like, basically 2 miles.
No, it's one and a fourth. It's not even close to
Bye,
two.
Scooby, good
Closer
night.
to one.
2 kilometers is if it's 1.2 miles, that means 2 plus 1 point no, 1.2 plus 1.2.
No, no.
Wait, what?
2 kilometers. Okay, so 1 kilometer is like 0.75 of a mile. So it's less than a mile.
Oh, okay, sorry, I missed that. I thought you said what is
I've had a lot to drink and I can still math.
whoops.
I'm okay with myself. Right? That's right. 0.5? Yeah, 0.75.
1,000
Okay,
meters?
so 3/4 of a mile is a kilometer. Oh, champion, don't come with this 2,000 meters bullshit.
I know. It's hurting
One
my
meter is
brain.
like 3 feet and some odd inches. I remember that.
You're both slow as hell.
1.6.
Whatever. You just 1 mile
Goddamn
is
metric
1.6.
system. The damn
Oh,
metric
okay.
system is screwed up
I know. It's because America the United States uses different, measurements.
because the United States wanted to be fucking different. The rest of
I
the
know.
world does not do that.
I know, I've noticed that.
Oh, I see MP.
I
MP,
have a
I will show
full
you.
white ink
It is not to
tattoo
cover
sleeve.
scars. MP, I will tell you, do not judge my painted tattoo.
Do not
Because
judge
I
her
tried
black
to
lion.
can you tell? Can you see it at all?
Yeah,
Can
we
you
can
tell?
see it. It looks so
Can you
nice.
see though? Yeah, but you see I tried to fucking Carolyn, she's an asshole.
I
She's
can't
like,
see it, but I know that you said it because I was listening to your last live.
Carolyn's like, Miss Rainey, you have a black lion on your arm. And I was like, oh, the hell you did not say that. The
Frick.
hell you did not. So MP, I've got Leonardo. I've got my three flowers with the heart on my sleeve because I wear my heart on my sleeve. The three flowers represents three
Bill.
children. If I had three children, which I was supposed to have three children, but I only have two. I have my resilience tattoo. I have love never fails, which is a biblical verse. The mountains, well, it's not mountains, but it's trees with the moon because it's my favorite place. And because I am half Hispanic, instead of doing the sugar skull or candy skull that everyone does to represent Hispanic heritage, I decided to go with like a Dia de Muerto type uh, vibe with a skull and a headdress.
That one's my
So
favorite. That
that
whole
one is
entire
my
arm is my
favorite too.
favorite.
It is my
Uh-huh.
favorite as well. So that is the symbolism. That is the tattoos. That's the only tattoos I have. I don't have any others in any hidden spots. What you see is what you get. That's all I got. Oh, and I did have
What
my
you see is
last
what
name
you get.
there, except I scratched it out, or my artist scratched it out because fuck that dude.
Oh, that's
Because I
fine.
thought it was going to be forever. And that's what I had, my last name with the infinity sign underneath, like an idiot. Get your
Mm.
boobs out. My boobs were out. If you didn't see them, Link, you missed out. You need some permanent color on that arm. Which arm? Which arm, Allie? The lion? You're gonna give me shit about my black lion? I've had that lion since since before I met Fools. So what, 2017, 2018? Probably small boobs anyway. You're right, Link.
Think shut
Go
up.
check out OnlyFans or Google triple X, and I'm sure you're gonna find all the boobs you want. So Google can entertain your booby thoughts if that's what you like to do.
Supremacy.
You don't need to you don't need to fucking talk to women on the internet who are trying to explain to you about fucking life shit to see their tits. You ain't got enough money to see them. And I don't have enough
Because the
courage to
boob.
show you. So it's fine. Link is a boob. This is why being a female on the internet is ridiculous. You're a female? You have boobs. Yep, I do.
Yep, it's part of it.
Hmm. It came with the whole thing. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. God said you're a female and you're going to be blessed with boobs. Big or small, doesn't matter. You're going to have them. It's part of it. Guys have boobs too. Nobody wants to
That's
see
so
those.
true.
It's like nobody wants to talk about those though, do they?
It's just interesting to me sitting in my RV in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, Bob, what are you listening to us for? What's going on? How'd you come across
He's
us?
like, "Y'all are entertaining."
I'm just a dude. I got boobs.
Moves.
God, you two are not funny. Link, you're still here. You're mad because I wouldn't show you my boobies. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Like and subscribe, Link.
Fucking queen. Link, you're an ass. Link's like, you didn't show me tits. I'm 12 and I'm on the internet. And if I do a triple X search, my mom might find out. I don't know what to tell you. It's free on the internet. I promise you. Google boobs. Even boob implants. You're going to see it all. I promise you.
They have it on freaking, what is it called? X now, which is
You
Twitter,
can
what it
fucking
used to
look
be.
at TikTok and see tits. Come on. You could probably scroll through these lives and see some
If you
chick showing her fucking tits. It's fine.
That's so true, if you scroll, huh?
Uh,
Oh
I'm
my gosh, I'm freezing now. I need to turn my heater on for real.
Google boobs. Search in the search bar boobs on
You said I
YouTube.
prefer
I
midget porn.
promise you. You're going to see all kinds of boobs, the good ones, the bad ones, the saggy ones, the perky ones, the small ones, the big ones, abnormally big. are normally small. I don't know. Is they come in all shapes and sizes. How are you going to sue a person for a government voucher?
Ally said, "No, Jacob, it's actually
We're not allowed
kind of a
porn in
red flag
England.
for future women you date." I'm gonna
You're
turn on
not
my
allowed
heater. Hold on.
you're not allowed porn in England, but yet you have a sex shop on every corner.
I know, it
I'm
makes
pretty
it
sure
upset.
you can turn on the TV and see tits. Open a fucking Victoria's Secret magazine, a Sears catalog, my friend. I don't know what to tell you.
So true.
That's why we toss the tea into the bay. Allie's like, Link, go look for the trout lady in Australia. I'm sure she's up your
Oh,
alley.
shit. Allie, that was a good one.
We
Bill
don't
said,
have a sex shop at
"Okay."
every corner. In Amsterdam they do. How do I know? Because I've been there. Thank you. Where did I hear that from? I've been to Europe. Thank you. Maybe England is fucking prissy because the fucking queen's there. I don't know what to tell you. Open a fucking magazine. You'll see tits. Get an imagination. Draw them out. I don't know.
Rick,
Make some.
Rick. You know, as a matter of fact, Rick, you're the reason why all this stuff is going on. This whole trout thing.
Rick is the problem. Rick, it's your
He's the
fault.
one who introduced us to this.
Link, I know Amsterdam isn't fucking England. Google it.
And we know
I'm
that the
very
Queen of Dead
bright.
is just
I'm
a
so bright. I told you to do a Google search, which you refused to do. If you
comment.
can't search
I know
for
I'm
it,
proud of myself.
fucking blow up some goddamn fucking balloons, put some fucking water in it and squish them up. I don't know what to tell you. Use your goddamn imagination. Put two pillows, put two fucking
Because of her lipstick.
rocks and socks. I don't know.
That's too funny.
I know I'm proud of myself. Oh, lucky. That's awful. That's an awful joke. It's funny, but
Well,
it's
what?
awful. I have a girlfriend. You apparently don't, and she doesn't have boobs. Maybe she's a man.
Oh, Link?
Link, are you dating a man? Link. Link wants
Ally
a
said, "I can
sneaky
get you
link.
that link." Link.
Link wants a sneaky link. Might be a man. Might be a man.
Hard to tell
Hard
these.
to. Well, Link, you're the one dating her. I don't know what to tell you. My God, that poor girl. Does she know you're a creep? Link is a sneaky link.
Link
Lucky,
doesn't
I
have
saw
a
your
blow up
joke.
doll.
I saw it. I was just not reading it out loud.
Someone didn't get my joke, I think, LOL. Oh, I must have missed it.
No, it was the Avon joke. You got it. You saw it.
The lipstick one? I didn't understand it though.
Queen!
Sometimes I'm a little
Put
slow.
your head in the gutter for a minute. So, like, are we voting for a new president?
Okay, I
Like,
just reread it and I still don't understand it.
Queen, I love how innocent you are. I do.
I don't.
Queen! I want you to go back and read it
I did. Hold on.
and read the last word as two words
Why does
instead of
Avon
one.
lady look funny? Because her lip stick. Oh, like she has like a like that. The lips between her. No, see the lips between her. Huh? Okay, now I'm confused. I don't get it.
Well, you're better looking in the past 5 I've seen on this channel. Oh, than the last
Okay.
5 I've seen in this channel. Trump's the one that's gonna keep TikTok going. Okay, that's cool. 'Cause
I can't hear anything you're saying right now, Miss Rainey. Oh, okay. I can hear you a little bit. I just heard, "Can you hear me?" Allie, did you get it, Miss Queen? Um, that I think that, like, he had a lipstick, like he was a guy? Rainey, oh, I see you standing up now. I can hear you now. I can hear you.
okay,
Supremacy, you're from
now the internet.
California too? What part?
Where are you
MP,
guys at?
hello from California. Where are you guys at? I'm in Los Angeles.
I'm
SoCal.
at I'm in Idaho. Our states aren't even touching. Oh, MP's in SoCal. Hey.
My left side is frozen, but the right side is still chattering. Sorry. Sorry, Bob.
I'm back. Oh my, I'm back. I'm back. Queen is too
Oh, dear.
wholesome. Queen is too wholesome for the internet. She's just too innocent. I can't with her.
I have a lot of guy friends too, and I don't a lot of guy best friends that I grew up with. Like, I thought
You guys are sheltered. I'm in Idaho. How the hell do I know this shit and you don't? How does that make sense?
I
I don't know
don't
either.
know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. I had to
And I
figure
thought
everything
I
out.
knew a lot. You know, I thought I knew a lot up until I learned what the B word was. BC. And it was like, I guess I don't know that much. Looks like my sis is having some collaboration video going on. Still her what? No. Um, Simona County. Oh, Simona County. That's more like isn't Simona County more up towards Central California?
Champion, it is Boise.
Boise? Oh, Boise, Idaho. You
What's
know,
the cap?
let me tell you something. So we used to our biggest corrugated company that we used to sell boxes for was from Boise, and they closed it down and they went back up to
What's the
Boise.
name of it?
Boise, Tharco.
Oh, I don't know it.
No?
It's like, oh,
And you're like,
don't know it.
"No."
Don't know it. Sorry. Trouts for
Trust
life.
for life.
Looks like my sis is having some collaboration video going on. Still all her audience, sis. Let's go. Heck yeah, Queen. I tried to make her go live and she didn't want to. She told me to do it.
Nah.
Are you in United States? Yes. Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
we're both in the United States.
Yep. How's that buzz ball?
It's good. I still have a lot left. I don't think I could finish more than this. I think I'm tapped out.
Where is it at? Is it like girl?
I had some earlier though too. After I got out of
Oh,
work, I went
she's
to
like, I got two.
yeah, no, I did. I bought another one after. Um,
Son of a
but I
bitch.
left it at Natalie's house because I wasn't gonna take it with me. That's weird. So, I bought one over there, and I had 2 drinks there, and then I came back home.
I think I'm gonna study the underside of my eyelids a bit longer. Soupy, get some rest.
Is Subi tired?
Soupy's been tired. Soupy should have been to sleep
Mhm.
4 hours ago when he exited my live when Red was still out here.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes. Actually, it was during my crime live, if I remember correct. And then he came back in and then did his thing. And then he's like, okay, I'm leaving. And then he couldn't do it.
No.
It's okay. I get it. It's fine. I understand.
And what time is it now?
It's
It's
two
1
in
for
the
me,
fucking
2 for
morning
you.
here.
Okay, we can end this.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you for coming. Well, goddamn.
I'll do an appropriate outro. It's fine. Of
Thank you, Miss Rainey. I appreciate you for
course.
going live with me.
I'm so sorry. I just talked my ass off. I'm like, that was rude.
No, we got to go more in depth about our lives. I think that was pretty cool.
We did, but I feel like you didn't go in depth with yours.
I think we shared it, so it was
I
good.
think Miss Queen, you don't have to hold back, Miss Queen.
Uh,
Miss Queen's like, some things are not meant for the internet. I get you, girl. I
yeah,
get
they're
it.
not.
I get it. I get it. But we might have more in common than you think, is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
for
get at.
sure. I agree with you.
So, anyways, you all are amazing.
Yes, everyone, thank you all for chiming in. Please remember to subscribe to
Miss
That's
Queen,
Miss Rainey if you
Miss
haven't
Queen,
already.
and her
And
name
thank you,
is
Miss Rainey.
her
You're like,
name her name is in the title of her handle is in the title of the video. So please make sure this beautiful lady over here, you make sure you go visit her. Because she's good people. Good people.
and thank you everyone for joining. We appreciate your time.
Are we really
And
ending?
Miss Rainey, I appreciate your time too. I know you wanted to go in a long time
I
ago,
was
so
so
thank you.
tired. And then I started talking. Something fell out of my hair. That was weird. Okay, I love you guys.
All right,
Okay,
bye.
bye.